What's up, y'all? Here we go. Let's do another single shot. Today we got a pretty good one here, y'all. This is the new Eternia Skeletor from the Masters Revelation line. I got to tell y'all, right off the bat, my favorite figure released so far from the Masters Revelation line. That doesn't mean he's perfect. He is definitely not perfect. I think they're getting better. I think the head sculpt is really kind of covering up some flaws here on this figure, to be honest with y'all. Now, we're going to actually do a side-by-side comparison here along with a review of this figure because it is a dramatic improvement in most areas, not all areas, from the previous Skeletor that we got a while back, almost a year back now. But I mean, you can kind of tell from right off the bat how good this head sculpt is and how good he really does look. Great thing about this figure, he comes with two head sculpts and just, I mean, they're both magnificent. They're just beautiful head sculpts. And really, they do cover up some flaws for the figure. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. Let's get in depth. Let's start out with the package here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. Get you a little bit better look at the packaging here. Let's go ahead and rotate up a bit. There we go. There's the nice looking art and bio of this Skeletor. It really is cool. The art's fantastic and just really looks awesome. So there you go. There's a good look at the box, but we're not, I'm not really interested in the box, y'all. I'm interested in the figure. So let's go ahead and go down a little bit. Let's take a look at this guy here. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to start out with some bad things first. That way, when we get to the good things, it'll be a little bit better. One of the worst things about this figure right now, I'm going to go ahead and take off his accessories. One of the worst things is this staff. I mean, honestly, I think it's almost as heavy as the figure. It is heavy. I mean, listen to that, y'all. You could beat the hell out of someone with this thing. It is, and it's not painted at all. There's no paint on this. It's cast in this darker grayish purple. I mean, the sculpt's cool. That looks awesome. Very cool sculpt on it. I like the ram horns and the ram skull and all that. That looks cool. There's some nice little detail right in there, but it's so heavy. It is just, it's got a way. I mean, again, listen to that, y'all. It's like a drumstick. You could beat somebody with it to a bloody pulp, and it's the worst part of the figure. So I hate that thing. To be honest with you, I hate it. Next thing is pretty cool. That's his sword. His sword's got some decent paint on it. I mean, I like the blade more. It's got a little bit of cool silver with a little tiny bit of black wash in it. Not a lot, but the handle's really lacking. It could definitely use some more paint and use some more color to it. So I'm okay with this sword. He's actually not going to be using this sword. The sword he is going to use is going to be this sword. This is from King Grayskull. This is kind of King Grayskull's sword that he comes with. I guess it would be like the Skeletor. What the hell's his name? Kralin. I don't remember his name. But anyway, this is the sword that Skeletor will be using. I love this sword. The purple really stands out. The blade's okay, but I mean, it really looks cool. So that's the sword he's going to use. All right, so like I said, a lot of plainness to this figure, unfortunately. There's his fisted hand. That's okay. No real color except for the light blue. It comes with an open hand. Again, okay. We should have painted the nails. You're going to see in the comparison that this was kind of a cheap out by Mattel. No nails are painted. Those should be painted. So that's unfortunate too. Head sculpt. Barbarian head sculpt. I mean, look at this thing, y'all. It's freaking brilliant in every way. The metallic that they got up here, it's great. It's absolutely great. Looking at this, it looks like the eyes might be a little off too. I love the beard. The beard looks super cool. I have a beard, so I'm partial to beards. But honestly, the sculpt works pretty good in the front here. His face, I mean, it's such a huge, dramatic improvement over the last Skeletor. It's really cool. If you're wondering, this is a non-removable helmet. It is glued down. You can kind of open it up there, but it is part of the head. It is glued down. You cannot take this helmet off. So don't try because you'll break it. So very cool. The best accessory he comes with is this head. So very cool. All right, so let's take him apart a little further. This is his cape with some armor. So, I mean, it's cool too. Again, it's a little plain. The cape is basically just a little fabric. I mean, it is nothing great in any way. The sculpting is okay. Looks pretty good. Nothing wrong with it. I can't complain about it. It fits on him well. It does ride up a bit, but again, nothing too bad. So, pretty decent. Can't complain. Looks all right. All right, so let's get to Skeletor himself. Now, like I said, there is some cop-outs in this figure. One area there is not a cop-out is this noggin. Look at this head, y'all. That is Skeletor through and through. Just absolutely fantastic. Another area I want to show y'all. Look at the texturing on this hood. It is beautiful, y'all. The texturing looks great. It looks like a hood. It just looks great. So that's the best part of the figure for me, is both head sculpts. It looks great. It looks like Skeletor. It almost looks like a Super 7 or, you know, one of those higher end companies that would make a Skeletor. So very, very cool. From there, it's really a mixed bag, y'all. His articulation is pretty good. Arm goes up fine. Bicep swivels fine. Double jointed arm or elbows, not arms, elbows. Okay, go up past 90, not bad. Nothing wrong there. But again, no real wash or anything. Again, his hands, he's got an open hand here to hold a sword or his staff. The armor that he has looks pretty good. It's pretty clean. There's one problem I had with the other Skeletor was these crossbones would come apart due to his armor. And we'll show that in a minute. He actually does have a holster here for his sword. We'll go ahead and grab his sword. We'll put it in there for you. Fits nicely. No problem there. Fits real good. The other sword will actually fit in too. Slide that one in. There you go. And that's a great, 1982 look for Skeletor when he had the other half of the power sword, which I'm really partial to. So that looks cool. One thing I really don't like about his articulation is this. This is his, I guess, upper chest. I mean, it's cool. It moves really good down. It moves really good up. But it's really kind of sloppy right there. You can see the parts when they fit together, it's not really clean. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Forgot to mention he also does have wrist articulation, which goes in and out. Nothing exciting. All right, so looking down at his legs. Armor looks cool. We've got some more cheapness from Mattel when it comes to the claws on his feet. No paint. Those should be black. Articulation's fine. I mean, it swivels out. He's got double jointed knees. Those will go up pretty far. No big deal. He's got some swivel, some in and out on the ankles. Swivel's fine. No big deal. It's standard Masters Revelation type articulation. Now, that's really not the issue with this figure. It's that there was shortcuts taken with this figure. So, honestly, if I could combine this and the other figure, we'd have the Ultimate Skeletor retail version. So, let's go ahead. Let's get him set back up here. We're going to set him right there. And then we're going to get the old Skeletor. And hopefully he stands because he is the biggest pain in the ass on my shelf. So there you go. There's a side-by-side. I absolutely hate that head sculpt. I think it looks like crap. I think it's garbage. It looks nothing like Skeletor. I understand it came from the show, but I hate it. One good thing about that Skeletor compared to the new one, look at the design on his staff. The staff is much better on the old version. It's much lighter, and he holds it much better too. So accessory-wise, he also comes with that little weird key thing, which I don't go for. But getting back to the paint, let's go ahead and take this out. All the accessories out. Getting back to the paint, you'll notice on this one, the nails are painted, y'all. The nails are painted, y'all. There's a little more paint, different colors. We got different shades of purple here. The head sculpt, I hate. It felt like a better material with the cape, too. It has this velvet type material instead of the just kind of flat, not even t-shirt. It's like mesh almost. And just not really great. So, they both got their flaws. They both got their pros. They both got their cons. But I think what does it for this one is the head sculpt. This head sculpt, let me show you what we're going to do with it. We're we're going to take that off. We're going to apply it here. And this now is how I have that Skeletor. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. I actually put the armor back on the new one too. But I really like the way that looks with the old Skeletor. I think it makes it way better, being that the head sculpt was really the biggest problem. But, you know, I still think it's the best figure in the line due to that head. But definitely more improvements. Mattel, you can't cheap out so bad. You gave us a better figure aesthetically first time, but a better head sculpt this time. So I really think we need to put them together, and then we really have the ultimate Skeletor version. But there you go, y'all. Quick overview. We know it went over 10 minutes, but that's because we had to do a comparison on this one. But I hope that gives you a good idea. I know a lot of people are excited for this new Skeletor. I was excited when I found it. I actually found this at High Five Collectible Guys the other day, 25 bucks. Love supporting my local places as long as they're cheap and as long as they're close to retail, which $25 is. So happy to help out High Five Collectible Guys. And I'll be buying from them again. But there you go. There's a review of Skeletor. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all have a good one. And we'll do another single shot real soon. Sayonara, y'all.